You may be dialing in from. My name is Jay Joshua, and I want to welcome each and every one of you out to an exciting Thursday afternoon training with Traffic Ignition. Do me a favor, grab the chat there and say hello. Let me know where you are around the world dialing in here. It's always great to see so many people. You know, right at launch, I think we had like a dozen or so people. We are less than 3 weeks in. We're right at about 2.5 weeks in. And I'm always excited every single time to see so many people from around the world. We truly have a global opportunity here in our hands. Let me just shout out a couple of the ones that I see. I know we've got Spain in the house, California, Vermont. We've got Florida in the house. We've got Illinois, Tennessee, and Kansas. Again, folks, as you just Dominican Republic, welcome, welcome. Again, wherever you are around the world, just go ahead and let me know that you can hear me, that you can see the screen. And folks, this is a great opportunity for you to reach out to anyone that you know here in the community. Maybe you personally invited them here or they invited you. Reach out to them, send them a text message, send them a DM, and just say, hey, look, we've got an exciting training. The company's making an announcement. You don't want to miss it here on today's call, folks. So this is your last opportunity to reach out to everyone that you know and make sure that they are out here. If you know my calls, you know I like to get started as close as possible to that 2 minute after the top of the hour mark or 2 minutes after the call officially starts. That gives everybody just a minute or two to kind of pile in and get here and make sure the technology is working and also do those last minute reach outs. Today, I really think is going to be a transformational day for so many of you, and I want you to pay close attention. So again, folks, today is going to be transformational. Type in the letter T. I remember when I was a kid, today's episode is brought to you by the letter T for transformational. That's what's going to be happening out here on today's call. Again, folks, it is now 2 minutes after the top of the hour, and I want to dive in. For those of you that are just joining us for the very first time, I just want to say welcome. I want to let you know that you are absolutely at the right place at the right time, and I encourage you to join our private members only Facebook group where every day, Monday through Friday, I'm going to have an opportunity to do a live with you right there in the group every day at around 10 a.m. I get to welcome all of our new team members. And, let me just tell you one thing from our lives that I say every time, but I know it's really, really important. And that is simply this. We are one community, one family, all working together to get one more success story. So if you're brand new and you're just kind of wondering, what is all this about? Why are they so excited? Let me tell you, you have walked in at the right place at the right time because we have a system that actually works. And before I go any further, I want to talk about why what we have works. It's because we are literally on a mission to help more people than any company in history hit that $1,000 a month in residual income. Hey, let me just ask you, is there anybody out here on today's call that would love to make an extra $1,000 a month residual income to just literally wave a magic wand and wipe away some of your rent payment, wipe away some of your mortgage payment, start eliminating some credit cards or make a car payment? Is there anybody out here? Just type in me, folks. Just type in me if you would love to wave a magic wand and just literally just make it go away. Folks, when you create residual income, that's what can happen. And that's why I am so passionate about this particular opportunity. And I really believe that we're going to help more people than any company in history hit that $1,000 a month mark. Now, big talk, big words. I understand that. But let me tell you why I think we can do it. It's because we have the ultimate product. I knew that two things would have to be true in order for us to succeed in our mission. The first thing that would have to be true is it would have to be a digital delivery business, right? Gas continues to rise, fuel costs continue to rise, and just shipping products alone, well, we all have to do it, of course, but I knew if we really wanted to help all of those people hit that $1,000 a month in residual income, we were going to have a digital delivery product, and we found it. And the second thing I knew we were going to have is a product that everybody really wanted and was already buying. And that is exactly what we've done with Traffic, folks. We have a digital delivery product. You can sell it to virtually anyone around the world in virtually any country around the globe. And the best news is every single marketer, entrepreneur, networker you meet, every single one that you know, they're all buying traffic anyway. They need traffic. And the worst part is for them, they're probably paying full retail price. And we know that because we've been selling tens of millions of dollars worth of retail traffic at full retail price for the last decade. Happily, we have customers reordering. And so we know it works. But now you have an opportunity to build that residual income offering them access to the product they're already buying, traffic, at a discounted rate. It's absolutely an incredible opportunity, and I'm super, super excited. And that's why the wins are rolling in every day on our Facebook Lives. We go through the leaders board, we go through our contest, and we show people that there are other people here that are making money and getting results. And so I'm super excited about it. I think by the end of our pre-launch, we're going to have a couple of dozen people or more already hitting that $1,000 a month mark, with 100 plus more people coming in behind. And the only thing that's missing is you. I want to make sure that I'm seeing each and every one of you on the leaders board. And I think today's call is going to help. But again, if you're brand new, we did a training call that really explains our compensation plan, the entire game plan, all in one place. Let me quickly show you how to get there. All you need to do is log into your trafficignition.com back office, click on Ignite up at the top, and then pop on over to Training Vault. So if you want to get access to previous training calls and you want to figure this thing out, you're really determined, then you can just simply log into your trafficignition.com website and then click on Ignite and then click on Training Vault. And training number one is a 40K a month roadmap. That's the one call, folks, that I know you're going to need no matter what. So make sure that you get over there and you watch that. But on today's topic, for today's topic, we are going to cover something that I am really excited about, that I'm really passionate about. It's called I Joined, right? How to go from I joined to I got paid. Folks, if you already have enrolled at least one person in the community, I want you to type in the number 5. Type in the number 5 if you've already enrolled at least one person out here at Traffic Ignition. Now, the reason I'm calling you out first, if you have all enrolled at least one person, I am calling you out, and this is your call to action. I want all of you to help mentor and inspire the next generation of leaders here at Traffic Ignition. And I'm going to show you how to do it here on today's call. And I'm going to give you all an opportunity to be a hero. We're going to talk about it all. We have this brand new system and it's already live. So this isn't something we're talking about doing next month, people. This is live right now today, and you're going to be able to walk through that with me right here. And I believe that it's going to be the most powerful marketing asset you're ever going to own. Okay, so pay close attention over the next couple of minutes, because I'm going to show you how you can be one of our heroes. And if you haven't gotten your very first person yet, then I'm going to be introducing you here in the next few minutes to the most powerful, inspirational resource ever created to help you get that first person. All right. Here's how it works. It's called My First Sale. And I just call it MFS for short, folks. You can type that acronym in, MFS, My First Sale. It is a brand new system built around one moment, the moment that you get your very first sale, because it's the hardest one. The hardest sale you ever get is your very first sale. And let me show you, folks. When you log into your trafficignition.com back office, right here on the main menu, you can see My First Sale. Now, this is going to do so many important things, so don't skip ahead. Stay with me here, okay? First and foremost, our admin, Greg, has put together a video here that you can watch. He's going to be able to give you the details, explain it from his perspective, the power of the system and how it works. But this is a call to action for all of you that have already gotten your first sale. We're going to be inviting you to actually come in here and create a testimonial, for Traffic Ignition. Not just any testimonial, but explaining how you got your very first sale. And our very first hero is Aaron Parker. He already sent his in. He's always there, always watching. That's why he's at the top of the leaders board. Folks, he's rocking it here, and he's already put it in a little 5-minute video explaining how he got his first sale. Now, why is this important? This is important because every one of you that haven't yet got your first sale have an opportunity to come in here and watch how he did it, to get ideas and to try to understand exactly how it works. And if you have gotten your very first sale, then we're going to invite you to actually fill this in and take the survey and submit a video so that other people can learn from how you got it. Maybe all you did was go on Facebook and post up an ad. Maybe all you did was run to your email, send out an email. Maybe you knew a guy or you knew a gal that you'd been in business with before. It doesn't matter if you worked hard, if it was easy, it doesn't matter. We want you to share your honest story about how you got your very first sale. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to change everything, because every day on our lives, every day on our Monday new member fast start calls, I'm going to be walking through brand new people that you enroll, right? I'm going to be walking brand new people through and showing them where they can go, and they can see what will eventually be dozens and then maybe even over 100 hero stories about how someone here at Traffic Ignition got their very first sale. Now, it's already in the back office, which we showed you, which I think is super cool that it's already ready and ready to go. But here's the thing. This is what I want you to actually kind of go and do it. Folks, it's not just about the money. There is a part of this business that, and I know we work a business, we work affiliate programs because we want to make money. But there is something bigger here, right? There's something bigger here as an entrepreneur to actually see what you've put your blood, sweat, and tears into work. That really matters. And I am telling you right now that the real key to getting the leverage and the exponential growth that we're all looking for in this space is actually helping more people get their first sale. And I'm going to say that again, because there is nothing more powerful in this space than creating a culture and an environment of empowering other people to actually go out and get their very first sale. In any business, the top 5% are always on the leaders board. But how do you create a business where people who maybe aren't as savvy, or maybe don't have as much time, or maybe don't have as much experience, how do you create an environment where they can go out and they can get results? This is it. The my first sale changes everything. And I want to talk about something too. I want to talk about trust. We live in a new economy, whether you know it or not, whether you acknowledge it or not. We live in a new economy. AI has the power to create little miniature versions of myself. I've cloned myself and made videos that look like me, talk like me, but they're not quite me. And they can actually work and make me money while I sleep. We're going to be talking about that in some of our AI workshops. AI can make pictures, right? AI can write for you. AI can write scripts for you, can even make music for you. I have friends who are using AI to actually make Hollywood style videos and movies, right? AI does so many things. And that has changed the nature of the economy around us. And the new economy that we're in, whoever can have the most trust can win. Folks, if you understand that it's all about trust, type in trust in the chat. Type in trust in the chat, okay? It's all about trust. Testimonials, not about, hey, I made $1 billion. I mean, look, we want performance claims at the right time, at the right place, subject to, corporate's approval, of course. But it's really important for everyday ordinary people to see other everyday ordinary people see, hey, wow, that was Tom. Tom said he had done like 30 programs, and he finally joined Traffic Ignition. And not only was he or she getting their traffic at a discounted rate, but they started to get leads, they started to use the system, and they got their first sale. And here's what they did to do that. You see, that level of trust changes the entire game. It takes our messaging from being really cool and really splashy to actually being real and being actionable. And in the new economy, trust is the ultimate economic, um, it's the ultimate economic lever that you can pull to change everything. These testimonials are really, really important, okay? Because ads are everywhere, AI is everywhere, and what people really
All right, you're
want
watching this video
is the face. They want proof. They want to see that real people are getting real results. So now, here's the call to action here, right? Here's the call to action. Every single one of you that typed in 5 a little while ago saying that you had at least enrolled your very first sale, I'm going to ask you right now to make the commitment to be a hero and actually share how you got your very first sale. I want you to type in I will and just make the commitment. It's a very, very, probably some of the That could be the most powerful two words in the English language. I will, period. Right? I really believe every one of my inner circle, I encourage them every day to use statements like I will. Right? That's it. All I need to hear from you is I will. So if you're making the commitment to simply pop on over here inside of your back office at trafficignition.com. Let's walk it through here together. You just go to trafficignition.com, click on dashboard, and then click on my first sale and watch the little video. It's like 7 minutes put together by Greg. You're going to be able to come here and see what other people are saying and doing. And I'm going to tell you, some people have really cool setups on their video. But the ones, and that's awesome if you do, but don't be shy, folks. You might be standing in a corner of your, you might be sitting in your closet. I've done videos sitting in my closet with somebody holding a flashlight over my face to make a video before. It doesn't matter if it's high production value, low production value, but you just simply need to come over here and fill out take the survey. Okay. We're asking simple questions like, where did your leads come from? Maybe you bought traffic. Maybe you don't have any leads and you just told a friend. It doesn't matter what it is. Just be honest, be truthful, be authentic. I used to think that the word authentic has just been overplayed, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it is. Be authentic. That's it. If you're like, hey, I have no idea how I did it. I just got lucky and got my first sale. That's a great video, you know, because what you're going to do is you're going to share with other people that they create their own luck by taking more action, right? So go through here. Where did your leads come from? What message did you use? How long from your first day until your first sale? I'm going to tell you, folks, we're going to see people. We're going to see heroes popping in here. And thank you so much for everyone out here. I can't read everyone here on today's call, but I see a bunch of people out here posting I will. And I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you. You're really being a hero to people. You have no idea how inspirational it's going to be. And how long from your first day? And did your new team member upgrade? Did they unlock pro? Did they unlock traffic? What advice would you give? And here's why this is going to be a game changer, right? Here's why this is going to be a game changer. Because you're going to have an opportunity to position yourself in front of our community. And you're going to have an opportunity to inspire other people. And let's, I try to be positive on my calls, but let me just ask an honest question for just a heartfelt answer. How many of you out here on today's call can look back on a time when you just really struggled and you couldn't figure it out? I want you to type in a 2 in the chat. If you can look back on maybe even now, you're just like struggling. You're like, I know I need to get this. And I know this is the path, but it isn't easy, right? If we're just being honest, it's not always as easy. And maybe you're doing great now, but you struggled in the past, right? I'm going to tell you something. On this training call, I've already talked about a couple of things. I've talked about, being an inspiration. I've talked about, authenticity. I've talked about, in the new economy, how proof really is a game changer. But I want to talk for just a minute about the power of inspiration, right? The power of inspiration. I remember as a kid, and we all have those difficult childhood stories, I'm sure. Don't worry, this isn't Oprah, and I don't plan on sharing mine. But I can tell you that as a kid, there were times when my heroes were really what I clung to more than anything. I needed inspiration. And it might sound cheesy to you, but that's okay. I don't care. I really believe that we are a community of people who all want the same thing. We want to build a successful marketing business. And I believe with traffic, there's never been a more legitimate opportunity. But we need inspiration. There's always difficult days and there's always difficult times. So again, there's my call to action. I want every single one of you, when you get your first sale, to fill that out, make that commitment. So we're going to open it up a little bit more. Even if you don't have your first sale, if you're going to commit to sharing as soon as you do, let's do another quick circle here. If you're making the commitment to be a hero here at Traffic Ignition, type in I will in the chat. I want to make sure that we get everybody out here, everybody on board as part of it. Don't be shy, folks. Grab the chat and say, I will. It's always a little bit uncomfortable because you're going to have to get on audio. You're going to have to get on video. But you never know who you might inspire in that moment. And they don't care what you look like on camera or how you sound. They don't want to see your Lamborghini in the background. They just want to know how you got your first sale. They just want you to be authentic. That's what they want. There's nothing more important than that, because every single one of you have an opportunity to go out and share this product and actually go out and win. Now, how many of you would like to have, kind of a little checklist to help you know what to say, right? How many of you would like to know the words to say to be the most helpful? All right. So here's what I'm not going to make you type anything in here, but here we go. Here's the anatomy of a killer testimonial, right? Here's the anatomy. Number one is the win, show it. Folks, if you can, if you have the ability to, my phone is dirty. I've dropped my phone on the ground. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but my phone, whoo, it looks rugged. I drop it on the ground. I think I've run over this phone a couple of times, okay? It doesn't have to be super crystal clear. If you don't have the technological ability to figure it out, that's okay. Just get it up on the phone and say, people, I want you to know right here, I just got my first sale. Put it up on screen. It doesn't matter if the camera picks it up, show it. Now, if you've got a little bit more expertise, you can put it up on a screenshot. I know when Aaron Parker's, he had his laptop was right there and he was able to point to it. It doesn't matter. Just do your best. Print it out on a sheet of paper. I mean, my goodness. Print it. Here's my Father's Day card. Print it out on a card if you have to and hold it up, but show your win. Doesn't mean it doesn't have anything to do with the money. Just show that, hey, oh, I'm so excited. I just got my first sale. Okay. That's it. What you need to do. It doesn't have to be that. Now, the next thing you can do is you can explain what you did to get it. So let me give you an example. Um, it could be as simple as I knew that there was something really exciting coming up. So I texted one of my buddies and I said, hey, we've got something really hot. And as soon as it's available, I'm going to get back to you. And I waited for a reply, didn't get a reply. So I reminded him, made sure that he knew that there was something big coming. Then a couple of days later, I reached out to him and I said, it's here. I want to get you on my team. I want to get you positioned. I want to help you start making money. And most importantly, I want you to get access to this incredible product. We've got guaranteed signups, the quality leads, whatever the case is. But just explain what you did to get it. Maybe you don't even know what you did. You're just like, I have no idea what I did. I got a sale and I went and I bought some traffic and people opted in and then they bought. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. You see, when we have these stories, there's going to be a wide spectrum of people from all walks of life, right? Doing completely different things, getting completely different results. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have new people every day, Monday through Friday. I'm going to encourage new people to go watch these videos so that they get inspiration. What starts to happen is, and this is a word, I got a lot of feeling in today's call. I hope you all can appreciate it. Every once in a while I'm big on the mechanics of marketing, but every once in a while you really got to get into the mindset of it as well. And so I'm going to share a word that I don't use a lot, but it's really important on today's call. It's called belief, right? The reason we do all of this, the reason why we inspire, that we are authentic, that we provide proof, is that we are trying to empower all of the people around us in our community to have the belief that they can do it too. And that's what being a hero is all about. It's about inspiring people and passing on some of that energy and power by giving them the true belief that they can do it too. That's really, really important. Number three, how it felt. Now, this is one of the most overlooked parts of a video. I'm going to just share a little story and maybe it'll help some of you. I was in 20 years ago, I was in a top tier business opportunity. And I wasn't in it because I was bored. I was in it because my wife and I at the time were pregnant and it was a difficult pregnancy. And I knew for sure that I had no choice but to walk away from a very high paying corporate job that allowed me to travel all over the world and do some cool things. And for me, it was no question. I just did it. I'm like, okay, I got to be home. Now what? And as soon as I made the decision, I could feel the vacuum of money. And I'm like, I've got to find a way to go make money. And I share this story with all of you to understand something. It didn't come easy. In fact, I mean, I went past bankruptcy, right? We just skipped over the paperwork. I just went past bankruptcy. Okay. And I was in a business where I did everything right. I should have been on the leaders board, but I couldn't even get one sale. It's a true story, by the way. It's not even exaggerated a little bit. I couldn't get one sale. And I was so angry. Okay. The next company that I found had some incredible trainers that have turned out to be lifelong friends of mine. And they just simply shared with me what they did that was maybe a little bit different. Um, they gave me inspiration. They gave me belief. They let me listen to them work. Um, and I started to say, you know what? Maybe I can do this. And I will never forget when I got my first sale. I just got chills right now. I got my first sale. I'm sitting at home. My daughter at this point was born because I didn't start making money right away. It took like 6 months before I made my first dollar. So here I am at home with a crying baby in my arms, okay, screaming. Well, long story short, when I got that first sale, when the person just didn't say no and I kept going, and then before you know it, I've got my first sale. You know, that was a moving moment for me. That was a moment where I felt empowered that I would be able to take care of my family simply helping other people with the products and services that I found that would be a good fit for them, right? Based on their needs and not mine. And I'm going to tell you, for me, I think the commission was just, it was a tiny commission. But for me, it felt like $1 million. For me, it felt like a life change. And by the way, my daughter just graduated from college. And so it was. I literally have done that all the way through to right now. And my daughter just graduated college. So how did it feel? It felt like the beginning of something that was miraculous. That's how it felt. So anyway, there's your killer testimonial, folks. There's the win. Show it. What did you do to get it? How did it feel? And then what's next? It's always great to say, hey, the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go get my second sale, but I'm also really, really focused in on helping my team get their next sale as well, right? Because in this business, it's all about helping the first person get the next person. And one of the best ways you can do that, by the way, is invite them out to our training calls, invite them to be a part of our daily Facebook Live so that they know what's going on. And that's it. By the way, a lot of times when you get your first commission, it's not big. It doesn't have to be big. It's not about the money. The money will come when everything else is in alignment, people. All right, do me a favor, folks, and I just type in the word hero right now. I just want to go ahead and just want to thank everybody who's going to be participating in this. Just type in hero. I know we only got one person in there right now. Aaron, thanks for being our first hero. Aaron's never, I don't think he's ever come in second place in his life. So I just know that about Aaron. And but I want to forward thank every single person out here who's going to share those videos, because they're going to inspire people and they're going to give people belief in themselves that they can do it too. And that is going to be a game changer, because remember, if you really want that leverage in your business, it's not what you can do. It's what you can get done that really, really matters. So here's how it works. Get your first sale. Any commission counts. Open the My First Sale tab, which again is right here in your back office. You're going to log in. It's going to look just like this. The My First Sale is right here on the second row. In the middle, My First Sale, little intro there by Greg. You could click over here to read and watch some of the heroes' testimonials that are on there. And then step number 2 is to share the story. It's going to be an absolute game changer here. And you can follow this formula, or you can do it a little bit different. It doesn't really matter. Folks, in closing up here, I want to do our best to keep our training calls on Thursdays to 30 minutes. We do our best to keep our everyday Facebook Lives to 10 or 11 minutes. We do go a little bit longer right now on Mondays because we have so much happening in our back office, and we want to make sure that our new members are getting everything. They kind of know what to do. I got a couple more slides here. We're just going to kind of skip through here, and we're going to go through here, but it just comes down to one thing here, folks. You know, there's nothing more important, I think, in your journey than realizing that you have a lot of power when you make a decision. And I think for me, it was a game changer. When I woke up one day and I realized that the number one thing, the number one person holding me back was me. And I just made a decision that I didn't care what other people thought. I didn't care. I was going to go do it. I was going to post whatever I wanted to post, whatever I wanted to post it. Of course, I'm always putting other people's needs ahead of my own. I'm always trying to post value and follow all the good marketing practices. But I just woke up one day and I said, you know what? I don't care what other people think of me. They may not agree with me. They may not believe in me, but that's okay, because I believe in myself. And that's really what these My First Sale videos are all about. They're to give brand new people the belief in themselves that they can go out and that they can do it too. So with that said here, folks, oh, by the way, just saw this note here coming in from Greg, 25,000 contest points plus 10,000 more for case studies received from this call in the next 2 days. Wow. So if you haven't already been paying attention, folks, let me tell you right now, we have a contest, and I don't want to go over time too much, but because we cover this on our daily lives, but if you didn't know, we have this incredible contest that is happening right now. Simply log into your trafficignition.com back office. I'll explain how it works, but there's a video if you want to watch it here right now. But let me tell you right now, the every single time I log in here, we've got people who are somebody's in first place, and then the next time somebody else is in first place. But shout out to Jeffrey Schreiber, Aaron Parker, Wealth Warriors, Maurice Burnside, Isaac Carr, Paul Darby, Tyson Curtis, Lori, Bob Rowland, and Bob Rattle. They're all rocking it out here. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, we're giving away 25,000 contest points plus 10,000 more for case studies received from this call. So listen, I'm going to tell you right now, this is what you want to do. If you're in the contest, you want to get in the contest, there's going to be a lot of extra points given away from that. So we're going to close it up here. I don't want to take up any more of anybody's time. I want to get all of you out there to either get your first sale or start recording your video for my first sale. Thank you in advance to all of you who are agreeing to be heroes. And I want to end this call with a favorite quote of mine. A pivotal point in my career, right before I got my first sale, I heard this quote, and it was part of what gave me the confidence to move forward and make it all happen. Of course, in with the help of some friends, but it was this: successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. Despite everything that we've done, despite every bit of technology out there, it may not be easy, but it is simple, and it's absolutely worth it. So with that said, I'm going to close it out, but I'll see each and every one of you at the top, on the inside, and very soon on the beaches of the world for now. Bye for now, everyone. Have an amazing afternoon. We'll see all of you in the Facebook group tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.